All right, let's talk about something that is absolutely critical for any secure architecture you build on AWS, Secrets Manager. Seriously, if you're building applications or maybe you're studying for that Solutions Architect exam, you have got to know how to handle credentials the right way. It's totally non-negotiable. So let's dive right in. So let me ask you this. Think about it for just a second. We all use Git, right? Or some kind of version control. It's amazing for teamwork. But what happens when someone accidentally commits something they shouldn't, like a database password or a private API key? You'd be surprised how often this happens, and let me tell you, it is a massive security nightmare waiting to unfold. And that right there, that's the core problem Secrets Manager was built to solve. Hard-coding credentials directly into your source code is just one of the most dangerous things you can do. The moment that code hits your repository, that secret is exposed. It's out there for anyone with access to see. It's basically a ticking time bomb in your code base. So if jamming passwords into your code is the big problem, what's the answer? Well, thankfully, AWS gives us a purpose-built solution. And that solution, of course, is AWS Secrets Manager. Here's the official word on what it is. And the key words here are manage, retrieve, and rotate. See, Secrets Manager isn't just a digital safe. It's a full lifecycle management tool. So instead of that password living in your code, your application makes a call at runtime to Secrets Manager to fetch it just when it needs it. This completely decouples your secrets from your code, which is exactly what we want. So what kind of secrets are we talking about here? Well, it's a pretty broad list. You've got the obvious ones like database credentials, but also things like credentials for SaaS apps, maybe Salesforce, third-party API keys for services like Stripe, OAuth tokens, even SSH keys. Pretty much any sensitive bit of text your app needs to do its job. Now this is super important and a huge point for any architect to remember. It's all about knowing what not to store in Secrets Manager. See, AWS has other specialized tools for different jobs. For AWS credentials, you should be using IAM roles. For your encryption keys, that's what KMS is for. SSL/TLS certs, you've got AWS Certificate Manager. Honestly, knowing the right tool for the right job is what separates a good architect from a great one. Okay, so Secrets Manager is way more than just a simple vault. Its real value comes from 3 powerhouse features that every single architect needs to understand. We're talking automated rotation, fine-grained control, and multi-region replication. This is, without a doubt, its killer feature. Secrets Manager can automatically rotate credentials for you on a schedule you set. It works natively with services like RDS, DocumentDB, and Redshift. What's happening behind the scenes is it uses a Lambda function to go to the database, change the password, and then update the secret in Secrets Manager with a new version. Your applications, they just keep asking for the current version, and they get the new password automatically. No code changes, no downtime. This is huge because it turns long-lived static secrets into short-lived dynamic ones, which is a massive win for your security. You know, at the end of the day, security is all about control. And Secrets Manager plugs directly into AWS IAM. This quote just says it all. You can, and you absolutely should, create IAM policies that say, this specific application role can only access this one specific secret and nothing else. That is the principle of least privilege, and it's fundamental to locking things down properly. And what about resiliency? What happens when things go wrong? You know, for a modern app, a single region failure shouldn't mean game over. Secrets Manager lets you automatically replicate your secrets to other AWS regions. This is absolutely essential if you're building a multi-region application or you have a serious disaster recovery plan. It means if your main region goes offline, your app in the failover region can still grab its credentials and keep on. Okay, here it is, the big one. The question that every single person designing a system on AWS will ask at some point: when do I use Secrets Manager? And when do I use Systems Manager Parameter Store? Let's break this down because getting this right is crucial. You know, at the highest level, the difference is actually pretty simple. You use Secrets Manager for secrets that need to be actively managed, especially if they need that automatic rotation. You use Parameter Store for more static stuff like configuration data or secrets that just don't change. Just think, dynamic versus static. And the difference really starts with the price. Secrets Manager costs 40 cents per secret per month, plus a little extra for API calls. Now, that price tag, that's what's paying for all those advanced features. You're not just paying for storage, you're paying for active management. And this table just lays it all out perfectly. The standard tier of Parameter Store is free, which is awesome for simple configuration. But look at the features. Automatic rotation? Nope, that's only in Secrets Manager. Easy, out-of-the-box cross-region replication? Again, that's a Secrets Manager thing. So here's the architect's rule of thumb. If you need automated rotation or multi-region support, that 40 cents for Secrets Manager is almost always worth it. If you don't, then Parameter Store is the smart, cost-effective way to go.
Okay, so knowing how it works is one thing, but using it correctly in the real world, that's a whole other ballgame. So let's run through a quick playbook of common mistakes people make, and, more importantly, how you can avoid them. The first and, believe me, the most common mistake is just getting lazy with your IAM permissions. It's so tempting to just use a wildcard and give a service permission to access all your secrets. But doing that completely defeats the purpose of the security model. One compromised service could expose everything. So the solution is just good old-fashioned discipline. Always, always follow the principle of least privilege. In your IAM policy, you need to specify the full Amazon resource name, the ARN, of the exact secret you're granting access to. Be specific. It's how you shrink your attack surface. Next up, money. That 40 cents per secret might not sound like a lot, but it can add up fast, especially if you have a lot of secrets or your app is making a ton of API calls. You can't just create secrets and forget about them and not expect the bill to creep up.
The good news is optimizing your costs is pretty straightforward. First, cache your secrets in your application. Don't fetch the secret on every single request. That gets expensive. Caching it for just a few minutes can slash your API costs. Second, be strategic. Use the free parameter store for anything that doesn't need rotation. Third, you can bundle related keys together into a single JSON secret. And finally, just be a good housekeeper. Regularly look for and delete any secrets you're not using anymore.
All right, let's wrap this up and boil it all down to the absolute must-know facts for your Solutions Architect exam. If you're going to remember just a few things about Secrets Manager, make it these points.
Okay, number 1, Secrets Manager exists to get credentials out of your source code, period. Number 2, its killer features are automated rotation and multi-region replication. Got it? Number 3, because of those features, you pick it for dynamic, rotating secrets like database passwords. 4, for static stuff, use Parameter Store to save a few bucks. And finally, number 5, your security always, always comes down to using least privileged IAM policies. If you can nail those 5 points, you're going to be in great shape. So I'll leave you with this final thought. A simple password vault just stores things. But a real secrets management solution like AWS Secrets Manager does so much more. It actively manages, it rotates, and it protects your most sensitive information. So the question you should be asking yourself isn't just, where are my secrets stored, but are they being actively managed and protected? That's all for this explainer. Thanks for tuning in.